Director Pons, and we're going to talk about recruiting through Facebook. Okay, so we don't have that much time, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to share my screen right now. One moment. Oops. Hold on. Okay. Please let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so let's go. All right, so first of all, I want to share with you a little bit what are we going to be doing today and why. We're going to have a workshop that's called How to Recruit Online Using Facebook for All Generation. There is a big misconception that Facebook is just for young people. I don't know how to use it. I don't know how to do it. I'm not an influencer. All of this are excuses because every single one of you can figure out how to use Facebook and actually leverage it to build your business nowadays without even having to leave your home. And I am a perfect example to it because I can say that 90% of my business I've built online through the Facebook without being an influencer. I never had a lot of followers. I still don't have tens of thousands of followers in none of my platforms. All that have helped me is genuine desire to share the business that I have, doing it consistently. And today we're going to talk with you how you can do the same for yourself and what exactly the actions look like. Have your pen and papers ready. We're going to have some homework and tasks for you, okay? So let's cover first why most people can't recruit online. What are they doing wrong, right? So first of all, posting random lifestyle content. If you just posting random stuff here and there, no explanation, no nothing about business, and then you try to get to people's DM with join my business, people don't know what you do. They don't know what you're talking about. They don't trust you. So the picture that you represent on social media does not align with the business that you're offering. Okay, so this is important. Now, messaging cold people with scripts. Cold people are the people who you don't know, you don't have personal relationship with. And if you start sending them just copy paste scripts that ChatGPT created for you or somebody else give it to you, maybe you upline your director, without tailoring that script to the specific person, that's not going to work. Okay, and when you do not have a system, what I mean by not having a system, you post it inconsistently. You will post something, then you disappear, then you post again, then you forgot that you have business, then you post it about some other business. Okay, that's not going to work. That does not build trust. Recruiting is not convincing people to join you as well. Remember that very, very well. What's recruiting online is about, it's attracting people to who you are and what you have to offer and filtering people and looking for those people who this business is going to be a good fit for. Now, three things that actually bring people in is your content and your profile. We're going to talk about that. Your conversations in comments, in different Facebook groups, in different posts, and your DMs as well. And your communities, what part of groups you're from, how your activity there looks like, and so on. So remember, recruiting equals attraction plus connection. People join you when they can relate to you, when they can trust you, and they feel like they know you. Okay, they see themselves in your story when they can relate to you as well. How are we going to do that? So first of all, let's start with your profile. I want you to open your cell phone if you don't use it for this call, and check your Facebook profile and ask yourself, would I trust or do business with the person I see there based on their profile, based on their bio, and based on the contents they post? Right? And now let's identify things that might need to be changed. First of all, your bio. Here are some good bio examples. The bio is supposed to have, first of all, it's supposed to be there. A lot of you have empty bio, there is nothing there. And the bio is the first thing beside the picture that people see when they come to your profile. It's supposed to give people information, who are you and what's in there for them. What are they going to receive if they follow you, if they become friends with you. Okay, here is an example. I'm mom of two, building income from my phone. Failed before this one finally worked. And then you have call to action, message me info if you are curious. Here is another example. Figuring life out but not settling for a 9 to 5, right? You're showing your values And then you show building something from my phone. So if you're addressing somebody who also doesn't want to settle for 9 to 5, and you're telling them that you have solution, DM info. Helping others explore new ways to earn from home, simple step by step. You're attracting people who want to earn from home. Message me info. Building something that continues to grow with time, simple, steady, and makes sense. Then you have call to action, or started with zero experience, now building something from my phone. Okay, so this is important. Ask yourself what value you give people, phrase it right, and post it in your bio. And do not forget about call to actions. Now, what you don't leave your bio empty. Don't be posting random quotes in your bio, random selfies in your profile. Your profile photo is also very, very important. What do you see, right? What do people see when they come to your profile? Do they see a nice, clear, representing, smiling picture of the person, or they see a group photo where they don't even know who they do business with, right? Or who they're gonna follow, who they're gonna be friends with? Do they see maybe nature or some, I don't know, kitten or dogs, right? So make sure it's a nice, clear picture of you smiling. It doesn't have to be professional photo, but at least do your diligence and just wipe the camera. Make sure the lighting is good. Make sure you look presentable and you post a good post. Show that you put in an effort. Your Facebook profile is actually your resume nowadays. Okay? And check your posts, what do you have on your profile as well, because when you only have some random stuff posted, you consistently reposting other people's stuff, that also looks a little spammy. And counting that everybody has Facebook profiles right now, everybody wants to be friends with everybody. People are actually being more and more careful who they want to have in their friends, because that's what stuff they're gonna see, and they don't want to overwhelm themselves. So make sure the content you post brings value to people. And also, I highly encourage you to create your first pin post in Facebook. This is the post that's going to be always there on top. That can be, for example, about me, who am I, or introduction, or your story, or something. Because based on that, people gonna come in, they're gonna check your profile, your photo, your first pin post, and based on that, they're gonna make decision whether they want to accept your friend request, or whether they want to reply to you, whether they want to DM you, and you want it to look attractive. So content equals your attraction system. What you don't do, you don't just post travel pictures or only your family, only quotes without explanations or anything. Okay? Don't do random stuff. Everything has to be intentional. Now, what do? You mix the 4 different types of content. For example, a story one day, next day you put a value post, third day you will do a lifestyle, and the fourth you will do curiosity. I'm going to give you examples, right? But if you mix this kind of content and you stay consistent, that would build people's trust with you, even if you don't know each other. Now, real content examples, right? What we don't do. Don't post, just join my business, I'm looking for 5 people. And then 5 days later, you're looking for another 5 people, right? It just does not look serious. And it does not explain people what kind of business you do, what value it gives to people, and so on. Don't post like work from anywhere and make money. It looks spammy. Work from anywhere where? Make money in what? Why you? Right? Why should I trust you? Don't post, I'm building an amazing opportunity with huge potential. Message me if interest. Again, it does not gives value to people. It doesn't make people want to trust you. Doesn't make people want to rely on you or relate to you. Especially if those posts does not have any other post in your timeline that helps with that. Okay, to build all of this. So what you can do instead? Instead, you can say, I said I would never do something like this. Now I'm helping others start from scratch. Facts tell, stories sell. You put, I said I would never do something like that. Put, what is this that you said you would never do? Now you're helping others to start from scratch. Maybe I've said I would never do network marketing. And now I'm helping other people start the same, because after I educated myself and actually learned about the industry, I realized that it makes sense. And now I'm showing other people who are also feeling like this is not for them, to show the real truth behind the scene. What is it all about? Right? That's interesting. Because other people can relate themselves in this information. Be like, you know what? I also don't believe in network marketing. I wonder why this person changed their decision. or change their opinion. So you spark an interest and you build curiosity. This is what you want. Another example, I wasn't even looking for a business. I just needed another options. I was trying to apply for second job, for third job, and then I met a friend who's traveling 10 times a year. And he showed me that actually the other way, right? You can build a story around it. It doesn't have to be my story. I'm showing you examples where you can build your own story through your story around it. Here's another example. I didn't even think this would be for me, but I was tired of feeling stuck. So I decided to give it a try, and this is what actually came out of it, right? This is what have opened up to me. So you can screenshot it for yourself, and even as a homework, you can sit down and fill the gaps for yourself and start building content around it, okay? So now, another one, we're going to help you to create your content plan even more here. But before we do that, I want you to sit down and write in your notepads. Who are you talking to? Because when you think of a Facebook, you don't need to talk to everybody. Everybody sees your posts, everything. But when you're targeting everyone, you connect with no one. You need to find your audience of people who you really can connect with, who can have a similar story, can relate to you, and you know their pain points. So I want you guys to write down on your notepads a target audience that you're going to be talking to, and 3 pain points, what they are dealing with. Okay, for example, someone tired of their job, what will be their pain points? What are solutions they are looking for? Now, someone needing extra income, right? Maybe it's something that what was it for you when you said yes to this opportunity? That can be it. It doesn't have to be the options I gave you. Someone starting over, someone maybe who is older, or someone who is young, what their pain points. Someone wanting more flexibility. Maybe it's stay-at-home moms. Maybe it's mom with 3 or more kids. Maybe that's employees of government employees, right? Someone who feels stuck. Someone who is retired. What their pain points. So write who is this and 2, 3 pain points that they have. Now, once you have that ready, you can use simple formula, right? You put your past, and then you put a problem, and then you put the shift or solution. This is how you build your posts around. So for example, you can write, I used to think, for example, if you take a mom, right, stay-at-home mom of 3 kids, I used to think that I would have to give up my income to be able to spend more time with my kids. But in reality, I found the solution in my business. Now I'm working from my phone around my kids' schedule. And it doesn't have to be this short, you can go a little bit more in details that relates to your story. Talk about it. Now, for example, another one, right? You can say, today I was doing my groceries, and I've seen a lady working as a cashier, older lady, right? And it made me realize that I need to start thinking about my retirement early so I don't have to end up working in my 80s or something in a grocery store. And I'm very happy that I have my business because this is actually going to be my answer and my plan B. Have you ever thought about your own plan B, right? You're building up a story. It doesn't have to be your own, but it has to be relatable of your thoughts and something other people can feel the same way. Maybe it's not you who needs a second job. Maybe it's just that you need extra sources of income. Have you ever thought about it that way? A lot of time people have employee mindset, but in reality there is a lot of people who have figured out the residual income. And I am actually working right now with people who are helping me create mine. Who else would be interested to do the same? Right? So you can screenshot for yourself those examples with their target audience and their pain points, and you can consistently leverage it for content ideas for you. One thing I used to do wrong was, and it kept me until I learned, right? You can find out whatever it is for yourself or for your target audience with their pain points. Does anyone feels like gas prices keep going up? Or does everybody feels like the grocery prices are so high that salary can't even catch up with it? Has anybody been able to find a solution? Let me know in the comments, right? And then people start discussing, because that's a big pain point for everybody right now. So now when they start discussion in the comments, you can lead and tweak it towards invitation to find out about the business. Not a big thing, but today I realized that this is the first time I can afford myself to stay home when my kids' school is closed. And honestly, it felt incredible because a couple years ago it was luxury and I would have to look for a babysitter. All of this thanks to my travel business, right? That's a pain point for somebody. You don't have to lie. You don't have to fake it till you make it. You can identify the problem, and even if, hey, today not a big thing, but today I realize that I actually need to be more intentional with my income source because I want to be able to stay with my kids when the school is closed, right? No need to fake it, but relate it. And just use those examples, and remember, if you talk to everyone, you connect with no one. So target always to the same target audience over and over again. Don't be shifting your target audience with different posts you make. Now, next one, here is the idea of content plan for you, where you don't post randomly, but you actually intentionally rotate your content so people don't get bored, they don't get overwhelmed. But it keeps them excited, you know. So, for example, Monday you post a story. You can say, I failed in 2 businesses before this, then I found this business opportunity. This is what I see different here, and you can kind of explain a little bit, right? Or whatever your story is. Tuesday, you give people a value. Value is something that can teach them something, or show them something, or highlight something for them. 3 mistakes people make when starting online business. Okay? 3 mistakes people make when looking for extra sources of income. 3 mistakes people make if you actively in your personal profile sell travel parallelly. You can say 3 mistakes people make when traveling with kids in summer, during the summer, right? So you decide for yourself, what is this that you're gonna do? Okay, next on Wednesday, for example, you do lifestyle. You can show working from home daily. What is the day of travel business owner look like? You can share, you can post your schedule and kind of identify why is it important, like just what stands out for you in this day and how do you feel about it. Thursday, your story, what I thought was reality, you can write it. Remember, it doesn't always have to be business, 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 business. Your main content goal is to make people know you, like you, and trust you. So sometimes it can be something personal life related, something funny, something interesting, but always mix it up, okay? Don't overdo it. And Friday will be call to action. If you've been thinking about starting, I've shared with you the information, message me info. Because what you're doing from Monday to Thursday, you build in trust. And then once you have that established, you can go and ask people, hey, we are having a presentation, who wants to jump on? And so on. Now, stories. Stories is another content format that you can rotate with your post, right? But it's very important for you to remember that your stories cannot be just like random food, kids, no interaction, no nothing. Your stories have to have sequences, right? What is this all about? And kind of be connected to each other through the day. And remember, stories, they only stay for 24 hours, so it has to be something like short information content. Hey, we are having a presentation tomorrow, or maybe you want to discuss some topic or something like this. What do? You can show your day in your stories. You can ask questions. For example, today I seen a post somewhere, somebody posted on Facebook, why do I have to invest in the business and pay money up front if I'm not making any money out of it yet, right? So that sparked me idea of creating a story sequences and a post about employee mindset versus entrepreneur mindset and why it actually makes sense to invest in a business. Stuff like this. So sometimes Everything can be a content. You read a book can be a content, right? Some quotes. Watching MV, you can catch some quotes. It can be a content. Having conversation with somebody, seeing other people conversations in Facebook. Everything can be a content. Create a habit for yourself to write in your notebook, notepad, whatever, notes on your phone, stickers, content. And every day you come in and sit down to do a content, you can have a bunch of ideas in front of you and you can decide for yourself what is this that you want to talk about today. Show your day, ask questions, share your thoughts, show up your face and personality. This is extremely more important, and that's something a lot of people try to avoid. Remember, people do business with people. They want to know your energy. How do you talk? How do you look like? They want to see that you're not always perfect. They are just you are just a regular human like they are, and that's what they're gonna relate to. And if you build that, you're gonna have that trust where people are gonna feel like they know you already, even they've never seen you before, and that's when they're gonna be more approachable, and it's gonna be easier for you to invite them to business opportunity or have a real conversation. And the Facebook groups are where you're gonna look for people to build your list. And when I say build your list, it's people who follow you and people who are your friends. So now, when your profile and content are ready, this is extremely important part of this. This is where you find people, right? Groups are for conversations, they are for visibility, they are for connections, but they are not for selling. Okay, I will explain you this. So, what kind of groups you would join? Also, go back to people that you can relate to and where they hang out. What kind of groups they hang out, right? So that can be work from home groups, side hustle, career change groups, immigrant groups, if you can relate to that, right? 40 plus, 50 plus community, some local groups, the smaller cities, like you live in city, whatever it is, neighborhood, right? Or moms, local moms of this town. That will work great. Hobby groups. If you love something, yoga, maybe you love book club, right? You love to read books. Maybe you do Peloton or Pilates or something else. So you can go to those groups and become an active member of them. 10, 15 groups. 10 is will be great if you can do 10. Become active members in those groups. And when I say active member, don't recruit anybody, but be genuine. Sometimes ask questions. Sometimes post in comments, answer to somebody's comments with some value. Be curious in a group. Show activity, okay? And do this consistently. Like literally, when you do your daily method of operation, add that you have to show activity in the groups. Now, how to act in groups, real examples, right? What you don't do. For example, somebody posts, hey, I hate my jobs, or I hate my job, I'm looking for a solution of other options. What do you write? What you don't write is DM me for info, join my business, right? Because when you post this, there is going to be a lot of other people who are going to post exactly the same. There is no way your comment going to stand out. Very likely the admin going to ban you or block you and you're done with this group if you're not going to get blocked on Facebook in general. Okay? Now what you can do instead is you can reply, I remember feeling like that before. I was working there and doing this and that. And then I started looking for other options after doing the research. I found a great solution that have allowed me da 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 da. Right? So you and you can even leave it open like that. Is that call to actions or anything? But then trust me, people will start reading and they gonna spark curiosity under your comment. Not even the person who made the post, but even other people who read in it. Or they're gonna come and check your profile. And this is what you want. They wanna come and see who you are. Let me see, like what does this person do? You know, they're not gonna ask questions, a lot of people, but they're gonna come and study your profile. Okay, and this is what you want. So this is why leads usually come that way. And I personally been building this way. People, they see your comment in a Facebook group, they go and check your profile. You gotta make sure your profile is ready with everything we covered today. They're gonna watch your content. They might follow you, they might friend you. And even if they won't follow you and friend you right away, this is why you need to stay active in a group. They're gonna remember you. And then they're gonna message you. You can also look for people who interact with you, and you can add them to your friends so they can watch your content, and maybe eventually you can spark conversation with them. Okay? This is why content, what do you post and how your profile look like, is extremely, extremely important, and it comes before you jump into those groups and start recruiting. Everything has to be connected and make sense together, okay? Now, your daily power hour, everything we talk about can be literally done in 1 to 2 hours a day if you sit down and do it intentionally, right? What would you do? You would post a content, whether it's a story day or a post day. You can comment, go to several groups and post some comments or put some posts there. Add few people to your friends, right? Find them, look for them. Post your stories or whatever you decided, right? That's what we talk about, and then reply to DMs if somebody reach out to you or you reach out to some people that you found on Facebook groups and build conversations. And it doesn't have to be recruiting right away, please don't, but find something relatable. If this is from the book group or they were your book club, say, hey, I just seen your comment about the book that you read. Let me know how is it comparing to this book or something else, or like, you know what I mean? Build a conversation about people, something people love to talk about. If you just go, hey, how are you? If somebody writes me, hey, how are you? The first thing I want to ask is, what is this that you want? Because I don't know you. I know you. There is something you want from me if you reach out. But if I made a comment somewhere and they reach out back to me related to that comment, and if I made a comment, I like to talk about this. So I will be open to a conversation. And that's where the relationship is being built. This is where you attracting people to your content, okay? And biggest mistakes people make when they don't post content or they don't post it consistently, they will show up, then disappear for a month, then they will post something about different business they have, then they disappear, they forget they have business. You know what I mean? Consistency speaks volume, because when you are consistent, I want to do business with you. It shows me that I can rely on you as the person who's going to lead me through this business opportunity. When you're selling too fast, when you're approaching to people and selling them right away, this is also spam. You can get blocked for that. You gotta be very careful. Talking to everyone the same without tweaking the message towards their personality, without checking their profile, what they are about, what they deal with me. Like when you look at people's profile, remember, find the pain and feel it, find the pain and heal it, find the need and feel it, find the problem and solve it. So look at their profile and see what is this that might be missing in their life that this business can feel, you know? And then once you get conversation to the point where you want to tweak it, you will know how to bring it up to them. And remember, quitting too early. A lot of time people get discouraged because they don't see any reactions on their profile. I don't have enough followers. Nobody watches my content. Nobody likes it. I don't see any comments. One thing I did good for myself, I never paid attention to any comments, any likes, how many I get them or anything. I just stayed consistent.
You said find the pain and then what you said, find the pain and heal it.
Find the pain and heal it. Find the need and feel it. Find the problem and solve it.
Right. Oh, bust down. It goes.
Let me finish this. We're almost done here, and then I'll go over all your questions. Okay. So now, biggest mistakes. Remember, when people don't like your content, when they don't comment, doesn't mean they don't see it. There is a lot of people that's gonna be watching you quietly, and then they're gonna come into your DMs. You're not even gonna know or have no idea. Be consistent no matter what. Stay true to yourself and to what your promise is, to your own goals. And remember this, you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have perfect content. You don't need perfect words. You just need to be you, because you're trying to build your tribe and attract people who are just like you are. You need consistency, you need honesty, action, and genuine desire to help people. When you build your business through genuine desire to help people, people feel it and they get attracted to it. And to add this, I want to say that people you are meant to help are waiting for you to show up. So please do it consistently. I am done. Let's go over your questions.
Hi.
You post those on your personal page or business page. So I personally built my personal page. Business page was for selling travel when I used to sell travel, but I would still make reposts to my personal page. When you build your personal page, you build your personal brand. When you build your personal brand, it stands for your name. You can sell with it anything you want because people trust you. Think of it this way: everybody sells Planet Marketing and IntelliTravel. We have over 140,000 IntelliTravel partners, over 70,000 Planet reps. Why they should do business with you? That's what has to stand out. You as a person. Show your face, show your energy, share your values, who you are, what do you stand for. That's what attracts people, and that's what helps people make decision to partner with you, not the first person that pops up that sells the same business. That's important. Any questions? Yes, I see Mama Kanute.
Hi, can you go over your last slide? Thank you.
Yeah. This one?
Appreciate it. Yes.
Sure. Okay, Shirley Brown.
Yes, I have a question. That was very interesting. Thank you. My question is that I have a main page, but my main page is more spiritual ministry, and I created a separate page for travel, which I see people have been engaging in, and that's the page that I've been putting everything on. Do you think it would be a better idea? Because I didn't want to mix the both, because I do ministry. I didn't want to mix travel and ministry together because I felt it was sending two separate messages on my main page. So that's why I created another page. What do you suggest?
I think you have to ask yourself if this is okay for you to combine together, because if it's acceptable for your people where they watch you through the ministry side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of be exposed to the travel business, it can be combined nice. You can just share, hey, I found a great, beautiful business that can be a solution for a lot of people, but you have to decide for yourself if this is acceptable for you. If this is acceptable, you can combine it. You just have to stay professional and kind of make it clear to people. You have 58 seconds, everybody. But if not, then you would have to do it separate. And then you can just share on your ministry page and say, hey, if anybody interested in generating extra source of income, I have a business where, and this is my page where I will be sharing about it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? We have 37 seconds. I started following you. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so speaking of following, guys, if you have sideline business partners or business partners, Facebook has limited amount of friends, 5,000. So make sure you have creator profile and make sure your profile is open to public. Like your store has to be open. Create a profile, so instead of adding people to friends who are already in a business, have them follow you and you follow each other. Because you want your friends to be your prospects, or at least people who you like, friends or relatives and stuff like this.